Howdy folks, it's Ken from the Moose and Milo Show, and this episode is K-Works Engineering, and today we're going to make some camera covers. The reason being is I have these little cameras in and around my shop that look like this, and they are connected to the video surveillance system in the house. You know, with the driveway and front door and everything, and connected power over Ethernet. And they have motion sensing. So they pick up video whenever they sense motion. That's great in one respect, because when I'm working in the shop and working on a project or something, I don't have to remember to turn the camera on and off because it turns on when there's motion. We just got back from a walk. He's probably looking for something to eat soon. Moose is frolicking out in the backyard. But anyway, the motion sensing is great because it captures everything. I don't have to remember to turn cameras on and off. But it's also not so great because it captures everything. And you get a lot of this. Yeah, so in any event, I'm going to make little covers for these cameras. So all I have to do is remember to put them on and off, so not capturing erroneous video that takes a lot of time to filter through and editing. And that's what this is going to be about. So welcome to the channel, and hope you enjoy. Oh, and if any of you watched one of my previous videos on when I made the table leg extension, that I'm hoping has been remediated by this remote mic and this a remote mic pickup that's connected through the camera audio system back through the power over Ethernet to the surveillance server, so it should be recording audio along with this video. If it's not, you'll never see this, but anyway, there you go. Hope it all works out. See you soon. Alrighty, folks. So back in the shop here after a couple of days of video editing, and I'm going to see if we can bang off those lens cover caps this afternoon. A few of them. Anyway, so let's get to it. First off, let's get a hunk of aluminum. Well, first off, let's get the glasses on. Two reasons. One, for safety, and the other, so I can see what I'm doing. We got here a piece of aluminum stock. Gonna lop off. I'm gonna try to make 4 of them. About 3/4, about 3/4 inch each. So minus the cuts, the parting, and this is pretty crooked. I'll just use a 4-inch piece. Just give me 4 3/4 inch pieces. That blade cutting pretty crooked there, which usually means the blade is worn on one side more than the other, and as it cuts, it curves in, or maybe it's just dirty, filled up with chips or something. If you watch my previous video, this camera was down there, and the angle wasn't so great. So I lifted it up a little bit. Okay. Clean up the lens. Pretty crooked. There's my go-to. It's only aluminum. I don't need to use carbide on that, but it works. I didn't quite get it. I got it, I think. Oh, not quite. A little more. The yellow while I'm out of here. Oh, this one is really bad. Good. Oh, next. what I'm going to do is put a, I'm going to make some measurements. We are working in inches today, so I'm going to measure how big this lens is for the gizmo that has to fit over top of it. It is metric. So if we go with 16, over a half. So I'm going to go with 9/16. 9/16. I wonder if I have there's a center cutting end mill. I think that's a half. Hard to read these things. Oh, she came to say hi. Moved a retreat. Huh? Yeah. Man. So here's what I'm going to try and do here. I'm going to drill it to 1/2 inch and use a 1/2 inch end cutting, center cutting end mill, flatten out the bottom of the hole, and then I'm going to use this to bore out, get in there and bore out a notch on the inside. I got to grind this a little bit. I'll show you when I'm done grinding it. Actually, you know what? Before I start doing all that, I just remembered I don't want to knurl the outside of this. So I think I'm just going to back off a little bit here and put a center on that. And do the knurl onto it. The jaws of the chuck are going to be on the knurling and they'll damage it a little bit, but I don't care. Don't have to chuck it up that tight. Milling head is in the way. Swing this way out of the way here. Open it up a bit. Just have to disconnect my air hose from the power drawbar so I can get the mill head out of the way. Down here, hitting the chuck. Why I put this piece. That didn't happen. So now we're open. That's it. Alrighty. Clearing. put a live center in there. That at first. This life center didn't come with anything in there, so it's really hard to get out. See, I whacked it a few times to get it out. I put this pin in here. What that does is when you retract the this thing called retract this thing, put it in there, retract it. Without that pin in there, that wouldn't happen. It's very difficult to do that. You know? Close to the edge as I can. Get as much knurling on this piece as possible. Oh, I gotta keep in mind that see how far I can get. Tailstock is what it's called. I'm not going to be able to get my knurling tool all the way across because this piece gets the tailstock. That's it's an extension, but it's also a protective cover for the ERO readout down there. Yeah, so let's get the compressor on, clean that up, and move it over. Yes, I do have the blue shop. They're expensive, I guess. Nope. I didn't explain why I did that clearly. Show you now. There's my chamfer knurling tool combo. This actually was in a toolbox over there that I bought at an auction for $25. This folder is a deal. So now I should be able to get this in the tailstock, the live center in there, and the knurling head should traverse the whole 3.5 or so inches of that. We'll see. Make sure I got enough material. 3.5 inches to there. 3 inches. We need about 3.5 inches. I better just pull that out. Oops. Tighten this up a little bit first, so that it's all lined up. Just make sure I'm going to get enough on my knurl. I'll be getting, I'll only be getting about 3 inches of knurl. So, yeah, maybe I'll cut each one down to 5/8. Yeah, that's about the best I can get with this machine. Alright, let's make sure our feeds are going in the right direction. This on slow. Camera over here. See what I'm doing. 3, speed 3, slowest of the 3, and 1 is the slowest of the 7. So I guess this has 27 speeds for feed speed, and variable, of course, variable speed turning rate. That might be too slow. It's forever to get through that piece. We'll see. Now, do this to check my direction of the feed. It is not. I don't have this on late. I have it on mill. There we go. Turning now. See? This over to late. And this controls the direction of which way am I going. I am going left to right, which is what I want. It says on this clockwise, counterclockwise, but it gets all messed up, so I test it every time. It gets messed up depending if you're milling or if you're doing the feed this way or this way. I could probably zero Y while you're doing that. Run all the way down. So 50 back. Take this off, put it there, drag that in, down 15 times. Open up. That does not look tight. There we go. All right, let's give it a roll. Yeah, that's a nice heavy metal on that. Alrighty. Now, the other thing that's going to get in the way is this ridge here. Definitely going to get in the way. I'm going to take that off. Wait when I try and check it later. I'm looking on that. Let's see what I have. Take that off. I'll keep it later. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, each piece is going to be an half an inch, and it's going to be a 1/8 inch wall on the back. So that means I need to go 3/8 to figure out how many percent. So 3/8. Yeah, I don't have a DLL on there. With 1/8, 3/8, and 3/8. Now let's try. Yeah, let's work that. Yeah, stuff. There. So then 3/8. 9, 3, 3/8, 3/8. Now I got a flat bottom on it. That's what I wanted. Hello. For any of you that might be wondering why I have a 2 series episode on making these camera lens covers, things can probably be accomplished with bottle cap, not too much. Now, this wouldn't make for a really good YouTube. And these are kind of cool. also showing a few techniques of machining. No shortage of projects getting interesting. But show some basic. Tell you why. I had a customer I have some video because we bought an old lathe storing missing parts. Parts. He came in one day, parts. He said, we should put this stuff on YouTube. You know, I hadn't really considered it. Well, pretty basic stuff. Well, he was saying, a lot of people have a hard time starting out in this. They're looking for um, resources to get them started. So anyway, that's sort of the purpose of these videos here. For people that are getting started out, you know, our machine, it's not a monster machine. It's going to be granite, something or other. You know, I had it shipped in from, I live in Ontario, Canada. I had it shipped in from Detroit. So cost a little bit. Paid for itself in about a year and a half. Little project. People coming in, people calling me up, easy, and this, that. Yeah, the work is fairly consistent. And it pays for itself. So anyway, I'm telling the story because for those of you who are looking at getting into light machining, this is a good machine to start with. And eventually I'd like to get a bigger shop, bigger machine, dedicated mill. And that's not where I am at. Anyway, that's the purpose of these videos. If you enjoy. Do by the eye because it's not a big moving part. There. Increase the speed a bit near the end because I keep relatively similar surface cutting speed. You got on CNC machines because they're automatic. I'm just going to probably just let it fall off. I can catch it okay. probably going to fall anyway. What? Left of my stock. The other ones. It's always hard to get those in there just right. If I can get a shim. I don't know if I saw this trick somewhere or just made it up. Get these guys in there. Create a false backdrop for this piece. Should be running. Very good enough. Wobbly. I'm going to take these out. She is. Rascal. There's part. The idea is, so I'm not getting too much erroneous video. You just put that on there, and that video should shut off any second now. take it off again. Hello. Should start recording again. So, part number 1 out of 4 done.